There you are.
Okay, I just got a note from Jim saying he doesn't have his link. Do you want it? Do you have his number?
Let's see.
I'm working on pulling up what he needs right now.
Oh. He's at, you want me to call him or text him?
Just call him and let's see. He should get the invite right now with the link.
Oh.
Just send it to him again. Let's see if he's got it this time.
Hi, Jim. I had a little trouble getting on myself, but otherwise we're ready. And I think Laurel just sent you another link. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I think he'll be with us in just a moment.
Yay. All right. Well, we are let me see how we're doing with the webinar for the registration count.
I put it on LinkedIn, but I got virtually no response from LinkedIn. I was a little surprised.
Well, you don't know because people might not respond to that. They might click on the link to go and, register. I have found that people don't necessarily respond to a message, but they see it and they remember it. It's really interesting. All right, we are up. Oh, wow, 148.
Oh, well, I sent the second notice yesterday.
We got a big bump. It was 109 first thing yesterday morning. Now we're at 100.
Hello, Jim.
Yay. So I might need to bump up the size of the webinar, Carrie. I had it 100 or less. I might need to get up to the next size. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. Jim, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
And yeah, so you heard Laurel say that we're at 148.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Well, usually, I mean, my rule of thumb is that about half show up.
Yeah.
So
I'm counting on the snowstorm that you guys are having there. If more people are stuck, they'll be signing. They will show up more.
Yeah.
If the if the streets got plowed and everything is back to normal, that may be 50%. We'll see how it goes. But it's a good number. It's a good number.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should do one more email out later on.
Oh, yes, I was thinking of doing one on Thursday.
Perfect. That would be perfect. I agree fully.
Okay. Now, I didn't introduce the two of you. Laurel, this is Laura Cavaluzzo. She's helping me with marketing. She's been helping me for about a year and a half or almost 2 years now.
Very
nice.
nice.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you virtually, or at least over the close enough.
And Jim is a advisor and author and software writer, and now pleasantly retired financial professional who I have tremendous intellectual and character type respect for.
Awesome, wonderful.
Thank you. Very kind of you to say that. I wonder, one question, Carrie, did you send out the handouts as they register, or you are holding them back until the meeting?
You know what? I didn't. Are the handouts the same as the slides?
Okay, there is the slides.
Yeah,
There is a handout for slides. If they have questions, you know, if you have 100 people or 80 people showing up, probably it's not gonna work that they ask questions as I am talking. They have to wait until the end.
right,
Another option is if they see the slides, they may mail in the questions to you and you can sort them out. Sometimes they are the same question by 5 people. So you
yeah,
can do that at the end. You can just go one by one, ask the questions, and I can answer that. If it is 5 or 10 people, we can have open mic session. But if it is 80 people, you can't really have open
right,
mic.
right.
Um,
Well, they'll leave their questions in the chat panel.
Perfect. That will work too.
And I'm afraid that if we send them stuff beforehand, that they may feel that I don't want to give them any reason not to attend.
That's true too. Yes.
And one person asked me if he could buy the software before and have the software up while he is
On the webinar?
and yeah, I wanted to wait until today to ask you about that. My inclination was that didn't really make any sense, and that it was, and he asked me if, and also we don't see, I put on the invitation that we're going to offer a coupon code at the end because I want people to have to stay to the
That's
end
right.
to get the coupon code.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so I'm really hesitant to give away. I mean, if you were having a play, you know, you wouldn't give anything away before.
That's right. If you write a story or a movie, you don't say how it ends. You
Right.
know, why would you watch the movie?
Right. So the instinct is to not give them anything. But I didn't discuss specifically with you the coupon. And so we can, is that, you want to do that just, that they just give it to you by email after we give it to them, or do you want to, can you want to do it electronically that you can only reach the purchase page if you enter the coupon? I don't know if you're set up for that.
Oh, I see. No, that's too complicated.
Okay.
I'm a one-man show here. You
Right.
have to realize that. Um, probably let me show you the last page of my presentation and get your blessing. Does it sound right to you? If
Okay.
it sounds right to you, then we could, or if you want me to make any changes, like I did something based on what I think we discussed, but
Mhm.
let me just share the, oh, host disabled. Okay. Can I share my screen, Laurel? Can you give me that?
It should be at the bottom of your
Carrie,
screen.
yeah, Carrie, you might have to allow Jim to do that. You are the king of the castle right now.
Oh, you mean I'm the official host?
You're the official host, yes.
Well, what if I hit share screen?
Now that's going to share your screen. What we want to do is if you hover over
Participants.
Yes, exactly. In the bottom, where it might be in the top, but anyway, the participants, and there's 3, click on that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then over to the right, if you hover to the right of Jim's name, it'll say more, click on that.
Make host.
Yes, there you go, perfect.
Okay, let me see. Screen 2. Share. Okay, let me just show you the last thing. That is what I said here. Final note, if you have questions, I will answer them, of course. After recovering from this workshop, if you want these additional materials, so clean cash flow worksheet, it's a template PDF file.
Mhm.
If they want the spreadsheet, I'll be more than happy, free of charge, to all of the participants. I agree with you, Kerry, totally. If I give away the spreadsheet now, they'll start playing with it. They'll get frustrated because they don't know how to use it. I mean, it's very simple to use, but they may not be able to install it properly. Things happen. I rather show them how it works than give them the key, the password. This is how you download it. You are, you are now licensed to use it, sort of, after seeing how it works. And then copy of my book. I know you are going to give away a copy of my book. I wrote it here, but I can take it out if you are already giving it away anyway as part of participation. So if this list looks good to you, that is fine. If not, I'll take out the copy of my book. You can discuss that with them, and you can offer it as part of your membership value added benefit. Here is a book from Jim. I am giving it away for free. And Kerry is saying that. And clean worksheet, I can send it. You can send it. It's on my website. Anybody can download it. The spreadsheet, I have to send it myself because I generate a password with it. I don't want it to go out of hand, people sending it to each other or, posting it on their website. They can post it on their website. I have no problem, the results and all that, but the coding for it, the downloading passwords for it. So I would rather, I can send you the file, you can give it to people, but I'm going to tell you, you'll have a lot of people asking you questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? I rather face those questions myself. This is click here, click there, just like, I know the software in my head, basically.
Sure.
So that is why I am offering to send it myself, simple version. Now, the next line is, as a thank you for your participation, special discount, order the multi-asset, you'll get the single, order the single asset, you'll get the multi-asset version $99.99 free of charge. So that will be more or less your gift to your members, in addition to the book, your gift to your members as finishing this participation, not before, not during, after that. Do you want me leave it there? You want to say it yourself, the code? But in either case, they do the ordering through my website, and then they pay for the single asset. There is a little room there, box, special instruction. They can put the, the code, the coupon code, whatever it is, RAJ2021 or something. It doesn't really matter. All I need to know is that they have participated in this meeting. And then I'll read it from that special code and send a free copy of the multi-asset version as well. It's a second email with a second password. I'll send it as well. Or they can send me an email, jimotar@rogers.com. I just paid for this. Can you send me free multi-asset? I was in the seminar, whatever. They can verbally, informally do it, or they can add the coupon code on the special instructions. I am nothing really, I'm retired. I have not much better to do other than writing things on my computer. So I'll be happy to read either and respond to it. So it's not really that complicated.
Well, I just wanted to match the offer that we made on the invitation, which was that they get everything, the whole package, for $79.99.
Exactly. Now, my question to you is, if they don't order it, they say, oh, I just need the simple version. Jim is giving it away anyway. Are you going to offer them the book or not? Or is it going to be part of the package as your flyer?
I don't want to confuse them.
Okay, perfect.
Or by saying that they can get any of this for free.
All right.
I think it'll just confuse them. If we, Laurel, what do you think? If we're going to say you get the whole package for $80, but you can get parts of it for free if you go to Jim's website,
I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to confuse. Yeah,
Okay.
They can afford the $80.
I agree.
And it's well spent for them, and it's good revenue for you.
Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna delete this, and I'm just gonna say, if you have follow-up questions, send me. Here is my email address, and I'll stay out of the free stuff.
I think that I was just going to say, I think that your best bet is making sure people can get in touch with you afterwards, both of you afterwards. So if people have questions, they can reach out. Yes.
And then the coupon code can just be RIJ-OTAR, something like that.
Anything.
When you get, and they'll email Jim
Yes.
Otar at Rogers and say, here's the coupon code. And then do you have a payment system for?
Oh yeah, I have a payment system. They just have to, if they go to my website,
Yeah,
they just have to pay. They just have to buy single asset. It takes you directly to PayPal.
yeah.
The payment is through PayPal. I don't see the money until,
Right.
a few days later. And so they just order the single asset version, send me the coupon code, and they'll get everything that is in the pamphlet, invitation pamphlet that you sent to them. The book, all the versions, and the bonus, whatever you had included in that in the invitation.
Can we have it so that it would be ideal if all they saw was that they're getting the special offer, not that they're like, if they click on, you've got it set up so that if they click on the single version, you can give them the multi-asset version. Is that right?
If they click on single, yes, I can do that too. That's no problem.
Oh no, but I don't even, I think it would be counterproductive for us to say you get the multi-asset version when you order the single asset version, because
I see. Oh, I have to change here too.
Yes, that you're getting an exclusive offer. It's the multi-asset version. This is the only way to get it or any other part of it. You're, just that sounds like a shortcut that you created for yourself, but it's for this. I just wanted them to.
I'm just typing it in, the entire combo package.
No, don't even mention the single asset. When you just say,
I see. You just want to have a click on your website.
No. I just want you to say, click here for the special exclusive.
Perfect. I can do it.
And then just say that's what they're getting, the special package, and don't even mention the single version or make any reference to that this can be split apart or segmented or because I just want to say congratulations, you've just ordered Jim Otar's multi-asset and gotten it for just about half price. Or you don't have to say half price, you say it has to be marketing. You have to say congratulations, you have really lucked out today that you're getting a $70 discount on this incredible package. And yeah. Or you don't even have to call it the entire combo package. Call it I can write something up for you rather than have you go back and forth like this.
Okay, no problem. For today only, the entire combo package.
Well, not just today only. Laurel, how long do you think we should give them to respond?
I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, you don't want to, not too long.
3 days.
Well, and remember too, what we can do is we can do a follow-up email to everyone after the webinar. So,
Yes.
we can send them the recording, especially if they didn't join in, like Carrie said. I would guess that maybe you'll get 60, maybe 70% of the people who register to actually watch this.
Hmm.
Say we send out an email afterwards to anyone who registered with a link to the recording, reminder about the offer. So we want to give them probably a few days after the email goes out. If the webinar is Friday, I would say we don't want to send the email out until Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
How does this look to you then? After recovering from this workshop, if you have questions, please send me an email within the next, not 3 days, within the next, send me an email to, okay, so this is what we have. So they can send me questions anytime. As a thank you for your participation, exclusive for a limited time. I don't care if you make it a week, a month,
Okay.
that's totally up to you.
Sure.
Entire combo package, who cares if it's single asset, multi-asset, we don't worry about that.
Yeah.
For $79.99, valued at $149.90, normally valued at $149.99. Click, oops, what did I do? Click here to order.
Is there actually going to be a link there?
It's going to be a button, or either button or a link there.
In the webinar?
In the PowerPoint presentation, they can either click there, or I could send the same thing to you, and in your follow-up email, they can click there.
You mean I could go while I'm watching the webinar and click on this? I didn't know that was possible.
Let me see if it is possible. I could change this. Let me see if I can put a link. Hyperlink.
We can do a link in the follow-up email. I don't think we can't do it on the presentation. Well, we can.
We can do it, but it may be confusing to people.
Yeah.
They link it and it may not be in their computer. Okay, let's not do it then. Maybe Apple computer, we don't know what their thing is.
Yeah, good idea.
Just do it. Watch out for your email or something like that. Watch out.
I would say
what we want to do and maybe do this up front and also at the end is to let everybody know, because people will be asking. The answer is yes, the webinar is recorded, and yes, it will be shared with everybody, and everybody will get a link, will get an email with a link to the recording. And if you want to do a slide, if you want to send the PDF of the slides, we can do that too. That's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, now, you can send the slides. I have no problem with that. How about this? We'll leave it simple. See the follow-up email for details.
Okay. Well, this is going to be, here's what I would do with this slide. And you can, tell me what you think. I would take out final note. This is not part of the Q&A. So that's going to be, I think we have questions on a different slide. The offer is on the slide after that.
Okay.
And then I would take that first paragraph there. First of all, I would take out recovering from. That is way too modest. Jim, you just say after this workshop, Jim, you are an authority. You are an authority in this field. You don't ever have to be modest about, I mean, we're not.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was humorous.
Yeah, it's, you know what, Laurel, the financial people are serious people.
I know, as a marketing person, I love it. I think that's hilarious.
You should see what I write in my short stories and screenplays.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, you can put it back if
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You guys know the audience better, but I just
I'm gonna
appreciate that. I like
it. Wait, I would. Okay, don't take that out. The offer. Don't take out the offer. Yeah, no, but I would take. Right, and now take that paragraph and put that underneath.
This one, or put them on the same slide.
No, yeah, on the same slide, but take this. Take these, these are the instructions of what this is called the action step. You want to put this after the offer, below it. Instead of above it, below it. Yes, that goes below.
Oh, I see. Just flip them around. They say,
Yes.
thank you for, okay, action steps.
No, just take what you just clipped out about with your email. Take that, put it underneath this thank
I
you.
see. Okay. On the same slide, but different
Yes,
location.
below instead of above.
Perfect. We are done.
Yes, now do we
We don't
mean,
really need the after the workshop. If you have questions,
yes.
shorter.
But do we mean if you have questions? Don't we mean if you want to take advantage of this? And this is where we give them the coupon code.
Okay.
So to purchase, we're saying if to purchase the book, to purchase the software.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put it in the follow-up. Okay. To purchase the software.
Oh, wait, well, I wanted them to be, Laurel, what do you think? I want them to be able to act right now.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, I think, yes, if people want to buy it now, don't hold them back, give them the information.
Yeah, don't say wait till
Yeah,
we.
yeah,
wait
no,
till
no, no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple touches, yes. Multiple times that they can
That's
purchase.
exactly right. Okay, order here, blah,
Yep.
blah. I'll just put here later the links and not the link, but the name, you know, retirement optimizer and stuff.
Yes, now where,
I can fill it later. I don't want to take your time here.
that's okay. This is important.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. So where do you want them to go to the website or to order, or do you want them to go to?
No, I'm going to make a special button for you. They will click one button. There will be only one button with the retirement income journal page. So
Right,
it's
okay.
a separate page. So they
Okay.
are not confused. Is it US order, international order?
Right.
Should I order the simple one, multiple one, combo one? One single button for RAIJ readers.
Yeah.
So that will be the page. Order
And
RIJ.
now as far as see the follow-up for email, we don't have to.
They don't need to see this, right?
No, but we can tell them that they will get a link to the webinar in the follow-up email.
Sure. And in that follow-up email, you could just repeat this link order here.
Yes.
Okay, so that is done. I'll do it today. It will be separate page, special offer, RIJ. Like when they go to this page, they have to push only one button, nothing else. An explanation of what they are getting for free.
Right.
And I'll put the full price, then cross it out, put the special price, $79.99. Okay, perfect. And I'll send you a copy of that page by tomorrow morning, something like that. I'll do it this afternoon.
Okay, so a copy of this page.
A copy
So I want to see just the final version of this and the page, the landing page.
Yes, that's what I'm going to send to you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Laurel, what are you thinking?
Good. Real good. Yep. There's an extra space. There's an extra space there in the URL by order here, but looks great.
Yeah, I would take out finally, because this is just the beginning of a beautiful relationship, and it's not final. This is the thank you page, not.
Oh, finally, the top.
Yeah, I don't think we need that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. You are right.
It's not just.
It's the creative writers say, you know, the ending of the movie or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, I learned how to do this overnight after 50 years.
How is this? Thank you,
That
page.
was a joke.
I like the jokes. The jokes are funny.
Oh, we love the jokes. I was just
Jokes are good. We got to lighten this crowd up, or at least us.
No, but they do take this very seriously. This is
I know.
about, they're not
I know.
thinking about buying, you know, a science kit and playing with it. They're thinking about making more money for themselves.
and for their clients.
Yes, the
Look.
clients too. Yeah. But
And
after,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I see. I
Can't
know
forget
what
the-
you mean. I know what you mean.
it's this is a money business. It's all about
Sadly, it's a money business. I have to tell you that. I've seen so many people, advisors, thinking of themselves only instead of their clients. So
well, don't we believe that the board that, I mean, if they help their clients, then they'll get
more money.
more money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and then can you up you don't have to do it now, but we've got a lot of white space there. We've got a lot of room to raise the size of the copy of the text a couple of points. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no need to be, we want to make it as easy.
Yeah,
for
we don't want to be too shy here.
No. Okay, so this
That's 28. Perfect.
now, so at the beginning, I'm going to, and Laurel and I can work out the exact technical. I figure at the beginning, they will see both of us, and I will introduce you and talk about what, and then just segue into your presentation. And then during the presentation, do you plan to, when you run right through it, how long will it take you to run right through?
That's totally up to you. I was thinking, like, you are starting at 11. So I was thinking finishing around 12. That's probably what you had in mind, so people can run to lunch. But when I start talking about it, like, I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do. I talk all day from morning till 5 o'clock in my CPA classes, except 1 hour lunch in between. So to me, I don't have a gift of gab, but once I start triggered, you know, in this thing, you have to tell me when to, like, if you tell me 40 minutes and then questions, I'll follow it. But the way I see it is probably 50 minutes. It goes fast, especially these slides go fast. I slow down near sequence of returns because it's my baby. Like, I have to explain it in no uncertain terms, so everybody knows about it. And then I talk a little bit about the math of loss. I am not going to go into sustainable. I'll talk about sustainable withdrawal rates. I don't think it will exceed 50 minutes if I'm talking fast pace. If you want me stretch, I can stretch it to 1 hour, 15
opposite
minutes.
way. No, I want you to stop, a sharp stop at 45 minutes.
Oh, 45 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's no problem. Okay. Let me sharp stop at 45 minutes means I am talking about 25 minutes or maybe 30 minutes and then 15 minutes for the examples. So I have to do that. That means I may have to cut out a few more slides out of this.
Okay, that's not, they're going to get these slides. And
perfect.
Also, I think it's important at the beginning, rather than keep them in suspense about this, since we mentioned it in the invitation, I think I would like a couple of minutes at the beginning when we're both on the, rather than jumping right into it, I would like to ask you to briefly explain aft casting, because this is unique. And I got an email from, do you know Zvi Bodhi?
Yes, I know. I know of him. I think
Yes.
I may have run into him in one of my talks.
Well,
As
after
passing.
after he got the invitation, he said, uh, I've been trying to convince Larry Kotlikoff to adopt Jim's method for years.
Yes, but Larry, maybe, I don't know how to say it, the most polite way or humble way I can say it, but he has his own pride and he has his own system that goes with that pride. And when I say pride, pride of creativity of his own, which is great. I like what he has done. In his early years, he put more emphasis on life expectancy than the luck factor, or
Yeah,
more emphasis on the life expectancy than sequence of returns.
yeah,
To me, sequence of returns is everything. The only way to get out of it is make sure your sustainable withdrawal rate is so low, luck becomes totally irrelevant. So that is what you need in your life. So that is basically my philosophy. His is more or less, maybe you can die sooner type of thing, but I don't want to promote life expectancy as part of a solution. People don't kill themselves when they run out of money. Like, that's not a good solution. So,
actually they do. My grandfather killed himself.
okay, if this is true, it's really sad story, but
Yes, it's a very sad story. I'll tell you sometime.
okay.
But anyway, Larry Kotlikoff has nothing to do with it. I was just mentioning that that people they are paying attention to aft casting and they're interested in it. And I don't want them to have to wait for to go through the entire thing. I want to just give them a
Okay.
minute or two and just impress upon them how much, so that they know that when they
Okay.
get to it in the webinar, that they should pay very close, that this is the payoff to what we
Okay.
speak to their interest in at the beginning. And it's just a matter of kind of showmanship, and also, to get the message across properly. So I just want to take 2 minutes at the beginning. So you can talk about aft casting for 2 minutes or for 20 minutes, right?
I could talk 20 days about it.
Right. So right. So we're gonna just keep it to 2 minutes,
But
and Laurel
okay.
will be there, right, with the watch, and she'll send me a message and say, okay, send us both a message saying, okay, it's time to go into the beginning of the webinar. And then so we're 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in after I introduce you. Then you have 42 minutes, and I'm sure we'll need 15. I'm sure we'll need 15 minutes for questions, because the challenge really when we get to the questions is for you to answer them quickly and move on to the next one, because
Yes.
there's always a risk that you get one question and then you'll just be off to the races with, you could talk for,
Yeah. I can talk. Yeah.
right, sure.
That can happen, and I will make sure we'll skip it fast.
Yeah, we just want to give them
Like,
more.
we'll answer it. Yeah.
Yeah, just
There is,
answer it very quickly as possible, or refer them to a slide, or because I want to, get to as many people as we possibly can.
okay. That that's a good point. The only thing I want to tell you is the first 22 slides. Like, we
Mhm,
can do that segue, the first 1 minute. What is the philosophy? I can
mhm,
really, we can finish it in 1 minute. It's not a big
mhm,
deal. But the first 22 slides are segue into aft casting. So by the time I am here at this slide, showing people what doesn't work, the way I go into aft casts, what doesn't work. I use
mhm,
forecasting for years. I use Monte Carlo for a short time, why it doesn't work. Then
mhm,
I say, oh, here is my aft cast. That is why it doesn't work.
mhm.
Because whatever reasons, all the philosophy. But I'll be happy to, I think that's a very good way of introducing you, asking me what is the philosophy in one paragraph or something like that,
Mhm.
or two paragraphs, something like that. And
Yeah.
then I'll explain what it is and what it is not. Aftercast, people think, oh, you look back history and, history doesn't repeat itself. My
Right.
philosophy is not that it repeats or it doesn't repeat itself. My philosophy is to design something for the worst case of the past. I'm not looking at the best case of the past. I'm looking at the worst case. And then you can maybe be prepared for the worst case that may happen this century, better prepared than assuming 10% growth rate or something
Right.
like that.
Sure.
So
Now,
we
I have
can
a
do
question.
that in the first, one or two paragraphs, and that will be great segue to the rest of the presentation. It's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I think I don't think you should be afraid to skip some slides that are routine and spend more time on the important ones. But there's a question that I've always wanted to ask you about aftcasting, and I may have asked you before, and I may have just forgotten the answer. And that is, does it help at all for an advisor or a client to focus on a moment in history when conditions were like they are right now, say, with overvalued securities? And
Yes.
does it help at all to go to that moment and then see what the sequence of returns was after that?
I can show it in my example because when I run the calculator,
Mm-hmm.
you can see any bad year in your history, and
Mm-hmm.
it will start with that. And I can show that instead of doing it in the main presentation, I can show it the stress test actually.
Mm-hmm.
In the example, it becomes much more effective than they can see it hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
As they show, as they are dreaming about showing this to their clients
Mm-hmm.
when they are discussing retirement income planning. So you can see year by year, any year you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just go here and show you what it means. Chart 1. Let's make it a little larger. And you can say, show me the worst year. It's right here. Let me see if maybe you see it here. And that's that black line here. Let's just make this a little larger.
Sure.
Okay, this black line. Or you can say, show me the best year. Okay, and it shows the best year. You can show all these things to your client. This is the unlucky, the red line, etc., etc. The client may say, what would happen if I retired in 1990? It will show this here. So you have that capability of following each year, year by year, dollar by dollar, percent by percent. Each year is on this chart. So instead of me going to the presentation and saying, oh, if you do this, this happens. If you do this, the worst case, best case, I'll bring them here during the example and say, hey, this is the worst case. You can show it to your client and you can ask them that they need to save more money.
Mm-hmm.
How much more money? I don't know. Ask it, how much should I save? You can click on it. It will calculate for you automatically. Maybe you can see the numbers changing, working. Of course, this is the worst case. It gives you the answer. So instead of theory,
Mm-hmm.
I give them, this is the practical side. This is what you can see. This is what you can show to your client. And by the way, this is the simple version.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to multi-asset, you can get a lot more information when you buy the package.
Well, if they end up, but here, this is, so to play the devil's advocate, so let's say they end up choosing the median, aren't they right back where they started with averages? If they choose the median, if then they wind up in the same place as the
That's right. And
Monte
if
Carlo.
that's right. If you cannot, or forecast. So if I put here $10,000 income,
Yeah.
and where is the median here? Show forecast. If I say 6% per year growth rate, that is the median here, sort of median,
Yeah.
and that's not a good thing. The outcome would be not that great. I mean, in this case, it's great, but if I put $15,000 of income, suddenly it tells you it's inadequate. That's not enough. Even though the median goes all the way, even though 6% forecast goes great, in real life, it's inadequate. There's a probability of running out of money. And then we go to chart 3. It shows you the bad years, the good years, each, for each age. These are the starting years. So I can go into this detail. It all depends what questions come up.
Okay.
There is no other software in the world that I know, even Fire Calc or whatever. They don't show you this kind of a detail. I have an optimizer here and all that. So I can tell them, if you go by your old style forecast system, assume 6% growth rate, you are only going to catch the median, and that's not good enough for your client. They have to make sure they have more money, or withdraw less money. And that may work.
Now, are you going to talk about the about identifying which type of client they have, the red, yellow, or
that is a whole different discussion.
Okay.
I'm not going into the
This
zones.
is software. Okay.
Yeah, if I go to zones, it's another hour of talk.
Okay.
Really. And they don't need it because it's too theory. I talk about it in my full day classes so they can calculate by hand.
Okay.
If they have to. But this program will tell you. But if you want zones, they are here. You know, they can click the button, calculate. It will calculate everything.
And then do you have any? Is there any place in the presentation for products? Like testing the outcome with this product or that product?
Do I have it?
Yeah, is it in the software?
Oh, I see. Okay. No, in this, okay.
Plug in a product and see how it works versus another product?
No product, no. There's no, it's only S&P 500 in this simple version, nothing else. And then you can put your asset allocation, bonds and equities.
Okay. Well, most of them, anyway, this is all good. And now can you send me a copy of the presentation beforehand?
Yeah, I will do that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
At the latest, because I'm going to work on it right now.
Okay.
But to answer, going back to your question, can I put more products? In the multi-asset, you can have 15 different asset accounts.
Yeah.
Each account may have its own asset allocation. It doesn't have its own products, but it has S&P 500, Dow Jones, Japanese index, FTSE index, all these indices, 5 different indices.
Okay.
Still, you cannot say, take me Fidelity Balance Fund, put it here. How does it work?
No, I wasn't thinking about brand necessarily. But anyway, is this demonstration going to represent what I want to this is just to
this is it, yeah. And I have the list of here. Let me just find it so we don't have quick plan examples.
I want to make sure that they're buying what they have seen.
This is what they are buying, but I cannot show all 3 versions. I can open it up and close it, but I cannot run examples on them because it will take too long.
Okay, well, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
This is a simple version. You get multi-asset and you get single asset with different cash flows by age and all that. The only thing I want to tell you is the reason I put multi-asset is because I'm an engineer, which is a bad thing. You really don't need much more than this thing if you to find out if your client is in the green zone or red zone or gray zone. Okay. If you go into more complicated, it's very nice for an engineer or an accountant to do those numbers. but it's useless. It's most people, they are either in green track or red track. If there is very little migration, if somebody spends a lot of money all their life, they don't turn into green zone so easily unless they win lottery or something like that. So that is why I am only showing the simple version. It's very fast. And these are the cases, I'm gonna run. If I have time, I'll run a few of them, but I will for sure run the first two. Open account, how much money they need, how to do stress test. There's a whole stress testing. They will be fast because it's simple version. If I go to heavier duty versions, it's a whole different class. Like any time people need more information on those, I can make a Zoom meeting with them specially for that person because they have specific questions or concerns. I'll answer them.
But do you think this gives them enough taste of the multi-asset version to want to buy it?
This is just enough for the first run for any client. I wouldn't go into any other detail. I did my own multi-asset at 3 years ago when I was just starting to retire, like first time. I knew I was in the green zone. The only reason I did that is, look, I have my software. Why don't I run it for now I am retiring? Do it again. And I did it. It was nice. I never touched it again. So this is pretty well telling you everything you need to know in 2 minutes. You can spend 2 days filling out every information. That will be much more comprehensive. And that's why the fee-based advisors are paid. And if they are paid, they can run it. I have no problem. Just engineer's dream. That's not financial advisor's dream usually.
No, well, because you're an engineer, you had to, you weren't convinced until you did it all entirely your own.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. That's, and the only reason is, you don't have to mention it there, but the only reason is my wife asked me, do we have enough money? Then I went into wrong track. Instead of saying, oh yeah, I'm the advisor, don't worry about it, just like we do normally. I said, let me look into it. And that was it. I saw the article from Bernstein. I forgot his first name, one of the Bernsteins. The retirement.
Peter or the other one is George, right? No,
not George. I have it written down. I'm getting old.
Alan?
I don't know.
I know who you mean.
He wrote an article called Retirement Calculator from Hell that get me going. And that was it. I wrote the whole thing in probably, I'd say in a month, the whole spreadsheet. Probably in a week, but a month later, I had few macros running on it so I can push buttons and figure out, how, these things. In 2004, a friend, financial advisor, we were in the office. He said, why don't you make it available to me? I'd like to use it. That was it. That was the light bulb. So I made it available for people. And I received so much not positive, constructive feedback. Can you add this? Can you add that? So that's how it got built. It's not, I built this, yes. But it's help from probably 100 different people.
Yeah, everything big gets built that way.
Yeah, everything gets built that way. So I'm grateful to the advisory population. Like there are good ones there are good advisors. Don't throw the baby with the bathwater or something. There is an expression like there are a lot of good advisors. There are some bad apples like in any profession, but those good ones drove me doing this, bring this to where it is today.
Jim, Laurel's husband is a advisor.
Okay, that's very good. I'm going to be very careful. Thank you for sharing. No, I talk to advisors. I mean, I just want to make sure, they understand the math of retirement because it's a different curve.
Yeah,
Accumulation is parabolic curve going up. Accumulation is a hyperbola going down. So
yeah, I will say that he doesn't focus too much on retirement. He's an equity analyst, so he spends all of his time just analyzing stocks.
perfect. Is he a CMT?
Is he? I'm sorry.
CMT is market technician, chartered market technician.
No, I don't think he's that. I've never heard that. No, so I don't think.
Okay, if you tell him this, the best thing since probably he's on the CFA track. CFA is the fundamentals. Look at technical a little bit. Like it doesn't answer everything, but it has been great to me all my life. Technical analysis. It doesn't make you any money, but it prevents you losing too much money. So that's the nice thing about technical analysis.
All right, I'll mention that to him. Excellent.
And it's an organization called Market Technicians Association, MTA.
Thank you. I'll let him know. I'm sure he knows about it, but I'll definitely look it up.
Jim, what are your charts telling you right now?
I'll show you something right now. It's gonna take.
Hey, Carrie, I've got to run. It's noon.
Okay.
I've got to run on to another call. So you guys are. Should we jump on? Let's see.
Am I showing my
Jump
screen
on
here?
at like 10:45. What would you like to do on Friday?
Well, let's say 10:40. I reach out to you, and then 5 minutes later we reach out to Jim.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. So nice
Okay.
to meet you, Jim. This is
Very nice
great.
meeting you, Laura.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Kerry, here we are. PE ratio is 40.
Yeah.
We have seen it two times before in history. One of them is before the high-tech crash.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is the financial crisis.
Yeah.
That's totally unsustainable.
Mm-hmm.
My own portfolio, that doesn't mean anything. I may be totally wrong, but I'm careful guy, engineer guy. I have 18% or so of total wealth in, like including the condo and all, build our net worth.
Mm-hmm.
18% in stocks, 35% in bonds, and the rest is in the the real estate, the other stuff, other net worth stuff. So I am not too convinced. The only reason it's going so far at 40 and it's still going that high is the money is now for free. There's no cost for money. And I don't see it going too long like this. I don't know how it is going to end. It will be maybe market will crash again. But market crashes do happen. What I'm more scared of is a long-term high inflation, which they cannot control. If that happens, all these savings we are talking about, the sequence of returns, they become small compared to inflation. I hope we'll never see that. That is one of the reasons Bitcoin is where it is now. It's basically a useless asset, but it cannot inflate itself. It's sort of, some people think it's like gold. It's not. But that is why some asset classes, unfortunately, take the money, that fear money into it. Eventually, we may see high inflation. So that's why I'm hanging on to my money as much as I can at lower risk, which is bond. Bond is not low risk anymore. It's high risk too, because when the interest rates going up, if they go up, because of inflation or because of they have to normalize at one point, it can hurt people. It can hurt those who are retired sitting with assets. It won't hurt the working class so much anymore because they produce things. But me as a retired person, producing very little, if anything at all, mostly consuming, we will pay the price probably little more or more than the people who are working.
Yeah.
I am glad I am at this age, let's put it that way. I don't see too much of happiness for next generation. With the division there is in the States, I'm really worried about that. It will turn into, I'm just telling you as a friend, it may turn into anti-Semitism and into dark stuff like that easily.
Are you
Easily.
Jewish?
My wife is, I'm not. I am 40% Jewish. 40% Jewish. Like, I know you are looking at me puzzled, but 40% Jewish, 10% Muslim, maybe 5%, because I was raised as one. But we used to go to synagogues and bar mitzvahs. We have a granddaughter, so we can't do that anymore because of the pandemic. But to me, Judaism is a lot more positive in life than the religion I was brought up with. So I sort of put Muslim religion to the back burner. I really hate to see much about them.
Right. Well, I'm
I
70.
don't like anything of too religious anyway. Once the brain closes, you know, if you start thinking about God too much, you can't be creative. Do you know what I mean? You lose a lot if you are too religious.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Well, the I'm Jewish, and
Yeah.
so I'm concerned about the anti-Semitism, and it's always been there in the United States. This the racial and religious animosity, because there's a very strong group of, there's a lot of people who feel that we're supposed to be a Christian white nation, and that we need to return to that, and they're willing to die for it almost.
Yeah, and even among our Jewish friends, some of them support Trump. The only reason is because Trump supported Israel. So
Yeah.
they are, so there is this false hope that Trump is a nice guy or his divisionism is a nice thing. So I am really sad seeing this, but what makes my sadness less is I am already 70 years old. Like it's an easy way of dealing with it. Let's put it that way. It's not the right way of dealing with it, but it's easy way. If this happens like Germany in the States, never mind Canada, US, will be all screwed up. I mean, that's it. So you do need to save your money and and we are careful with that. We spend a lot of time with, not anymore because of the pandemic, but we spend a lot of our time and trying to make our granddaughter like a normal person, keep away from these extremists and all that. But she's growing, she's seeing that. I feel sorry for the next generation. They have to deal with this type of stupidity.
Yes, it's well, you know why Trump supported Israel, because his main benefactor wanted him to. Sheldon Adelson, gave over $100 million to Trump during his political career, and Sheldon Adelson and everything, and Israel was the main interest of Sheldon Adelson. So he was just paying off his political debts to Israel. It just happened to be Israel. It could have been somebody else.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad thing that he tried to help Israel. That's good. But the way he deals with the white supremacists is really beyond belief, or the way he supports them. I don't know. It's really complex world. Politics became so much more in the gutter now compared to the gentlemanship or people used to be cordial to each other and all that. I don't know, it's because of all the movies, Hollywood movies, the Rambo movies. It's a whole combination of which way the culture is moving. So that's the sad part. So we'll see how it goes.
Yes, it's definitely, my kids live in a different world than and they're not discouraged. They're young and
that's all they know. Yeah.
The world is there's a big open canvas for them. They don't look at it the way we look at it.
Yes. So there is
okay.
hope. There is hope for the future. Yes.
Oh, yes, there's always.
But
The,
for the market, I think it's overvalued. So in a long about way.
well, all you have to do is take out a simple protractor and hold it up to that chart and know that a certain angle is unsustainable. You can't be vertical for
Yeah,
indefinitely.
that's right.
So,
And
but you would not take somebody, you would not suggest that we should go back to a time when, well, you say it only happened a couple times before. So it seems like your charts would show you that we are going to have a drop, but even if we had a 20% drop, we'd only be back to where we were rich a year ago.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I am hopeful. You know what I'm hopeful about? The technology is taking us leaps and bounds
Yeah.
forward. And that's a huge thing. You know, look at this pandemic here. I'm sitting here giving talks like as if nothing has happened. Like the
Mhm.
whole, this would have been unimaginable, this Zoom business,
Mhm.
10 years ago. Like,
Mhm.
I'm looking at how I talk to my brother in Turkey on my cell, you know, the smartphone.
Mhm.
We see each other, we laugh about things. It's better than going there. Like it just disappeared. We don't have to travel to
Right.
enjoy each other's company. So that is to me the happy part of it. Yes, we have a big division between poor and rich, and hopefully we'll stay not, we won't go to poor side and but I am hopeful it will get better because of that technological advances, that small percentage of people who are still improving the way we work and the way we buy things. Look at Amazon. He spent
Mhm.
his 25 years, he's the richest man or second richest.
Mhm.
He deserves every penny of it. I mean, I don't go to stores anymore. Everything comes to my home. Anything from anything like a vacuum gasket, the vacuum cleaner
Mhm.
gasket. I don't have to run around. The efficiency improved 100 times because of that.
Well, it's true. I can remember the old days when you went to the hardware store and you asked for something and they say, well, we can order that.
Yeah, comes
It'll
two
take
months later.
Yes, right.
And 10 times more expensive. You
Yes,
know.
yes. Okay, Jim. Well,
Okay.
this is going to be a wonderful webinar, and it'll have and as we send out the material, and then maybe I can hang the presentation on my site as an educational resource.
No problem.
Okay,
Absolutely no problem.
it's all good. It's all good. Okay, thank you. We'll
All
contact
right.
you
I'll
on,
see you then
and
on Friday.
if you want to send me any copy before that,
Yep.
otherwise I'll trust you to do the trust you to do it the right way.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to send
Okay.
it to you by late tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Thank
Tomorrow's fine.
you.
Okay, bye,
Oh,
Jim.
okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.